Just take a few minutes, just get yourself down onto your mat. You can lie down, just to make yourself comfortable. So just any comfortable lying positions there. And just taking a few moments, just coming away from your morning so far. And just start to draw your attention inwards. Start to deepen your breath a little bit. And allow the breath just to even out. As your breath starts to get smooth, then just notice your body, just how it feels this morning. Notice any areas of tightness and try and allow them to soften a little bit. As your body starts to release its hold, then just notice how you feel. Just allowing any thoughts that you might have just to come and go. So I thought this week we would do a little twisting practice. So just as we move into the festive season, we're unlikely to be doing as much exercise and probably eating a lot more. Twists are really good for kind of energising us and revitalising how we feel, but also really good for as an aid to digestion as well. So just some simple twists. And if you don't like twisting or you'd rather take it easier, then just do the non-twisting versions if you like. So we'll start to move a little bit. So you can move your fingers and toes, but if you just simply bend your knees, have your feet flat on the floor, and then we're just going to drop the knees, just both of them over towards the left. And then if you stretch your arms out, kind of level with your shoulders. And then you can turn your head towards the right side. So just starting off in this gentle recline twist. And try and allow the body just to relax into it. So allow the knees to drop down. Take one more deep inhale here. When you're ready, slowly bring the knees back towards the center. So we're just going to twist the other way. So you can just move your legs just over towards the right. And again, if they don't drop all the way down, it doesn't matter. Just take it to a comfortable position. Maybe turn your head now and look along your left arm just to get a little stretch through your neck. Just still allowing the breath just to move smoothly in and out through your nose. If you take one more deep inhale, and then slowly move your knees back towards the center. So just make sure your hips are nice and level now, so you can pick your hips up and then release them back down again. And we're going to lift the feet up, so we're going to do a little bit through these yogic bicycles just to warm up through the core, so a little twist. You could keep your upper body on the ground here, just take the hands behind the back of your head and then just move your shoulder over towards the right knee and extend the left leg away. And then on the exhale, move into the center. If you want a bit more, lift your upper body up off the ground first and then try and take your elbow to the outside of the left knee. Right leg extends away. So we're moving over towards the bent knee. Again, Take it lighter if you want to, or a little bit more if you can. But the key is to work quite slowly. So work as slowly as you can through it. And try and really get kind of the rotation in the body as you're moving around. So as you twist around, try and really feel the twist as you take it over without rushing it. So rather than just concentrating on going side to side, actually go over to the side, maybe hold it for a second, and then move back into the center. So inhale, and then exhale. So we feel that twist and rotation rather than it just being specifically for the core. Although it is. Okay, we'll just do a couple more of these. Just in your own time. And then slowly release everything down. So you can just draw your knees maybe towards your chest, just releasing that a little bit. Okay, from here, we're going to keep your right knee in towards your chest and just extend the left leg, so just along the ground. And we're going to come in for another little twist. So if you take your left hand onto that right knee, and then just gently draw the knee just across your body. And you can bring it all the way over if you want to. Come over to the outside edge of your left foot. Maybe again, you could stretch your right arm away and look along it. But I think more of the twist now coming into your hip a little bit. And again, just be quite gentle with that. So twists are, as I said, they're really good for the digestion, but they're also really helpful for kind of a natural rotation in your spine. So that kind of normal rotation that we want. So we're not taking it more than that, but we're trying to increase, if you like, the blood flow and everything to the muscles of your low back. Okay, we'll move back towards the center. So just coming back and maybe draw both knees back in. So just coming into a neutral position before we do the other side. So this time we'll keep the left knee in and extend that right leg along the ground. So again, use your right hand, just gently draw over. And you know, just as you're doing this, just listen to your body. So if you feel you can go further over, then do that. But if it feels that you want to stay a bit less than that, then do that as well. And just breathing in to the area where you're feeling the twist, so into that side of your hip. Okay, when you're ready, we'll make our way back into the center. So slowly just come back in again. Again, draw the knees in towards your chest. And move a little bit. And then from there, we'll just take the hands just behind the back of your thighs now. So we're going to roll through this. So just rolling back and then forwards. So just a gentle massage through the area you've twisted. And then we'll start to make our way up. So just into a sitting position, first of all. So we're moving all the way around to all fours, so take your time coming in. Again, grab blocks if they're useful for you. And as you come in, just spread your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. So still warming up through your spine. We'll just do a few cat-cows here. So as you inhale, just lower your belly and pull your chest forwards a little. And then on the exhale, just rounding in. So again, just do that a few times. There's quite a lot of talk in the yoga world about twists and detoxing. And I'm not sure if I believe it or not. They say that it has a detoxing effect. And I don't think there's really enough evidence to suggest that. But, you know, they feel good. And I think they work in certain aspects, but maybe not in the detox side. Okay, when you're ready, on your next inhale, just move back into the middle, so just into a neutral position. We'll keep the belly pulled in here though. And then as you inhale, we're just going to extend your right leg behind you. Now on the exhale, we're going to draw the knee to the outside of your right elbow. So you're just kind of coming forwards a little bit as you draw that in. I'll show you on that side. So you're just kind of coming in, just where you can. And then on the inhale, extend the leg up behind you again. This time as you exhale, we're going to draw the knee towards the opposite elbow. So you're going to pull it across your body. So again, just in a kind of little gentle twist. So do that again. So inhale, extend the leg away. So we'll come towards the same elbow. So if you can go to the outside of it a little bit as you come forward, then do that. Inhale, extend away. And then exhale over towards the opposite elbow. Again, just draw it through your body. So we'll do that one more time. So on the inhale, extend it away. As you exhale to the outside of the same elbow. Inhale, extend away. And then to the opposite elbow. Good. And then extend away. Now this time we'll just draw the knee towards your chest so you can round your back a little bit. And then we'll step that right foot just up towards the top of your mat. So just coming in with the hands on either side. And we're going to come in for a little twist here. So you could keep your right hand on the ground or a block. Sorry, left hand on the ground or a block. Take your right hand just towards that knee, and you could just use that just to gently pull the chest open a little bit. If you do want a little bit more, you can always reach the arm up, but sometimes it's nice just to get that little bit of kind of pressure to be able to rotate the chest towards the ceiling a little bit more. Okay, take one more deep inhale and release the hands down towards the ground. So from there, we'll just tuck the toes under on the back leg and we'll lift the knee off the ground and then step back to downward facing dog. So when you come into this first down dog, just gently piddling your feet out. Push up and out of your shoulders. So it's always a good idea once you've done a little bit twisting to then come in to a neutral position. So something that's not in twisting in any way, but just allows the body to kind of reset itself. And downward facing dog is one of these poses. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll lift the heels back up and then lower your knees just down towards the ground. So just come back into that all fours. So this time we're just going to circle around. So again, move up. So maybe cross a little bit further forward in your shoulders and then press your hips all the way back. And again, you can make this bigger or smaller. You can make it faster or slower, just whatever feels right to you. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to change direction. So just going in the other way, so just gently circling round. Just being aware of your breath. And then when you're ready, we'll just move back towards the middle. So just coming into the center. So again, make sure your hands are under your shoulders and your belly is pulled in. As you inhale here, we'll extend through your left leg. So again, on the exhale, we'll pull the knee in, so to the outside of that elbow a little bit if you can. And then on the inhale, just extending the leg behind you. So knee to opposite elbow this time, so just draw it in. And again, it's just approximate, just so you can get it. And then on the inhale, extend it behind you. So do that again, so draw the knee in towards the same elbow. And then inhale, extend it away. And then towards the opposite elbow. So a little rounding in your back as you're coming forwards. And then press it away. Okay, we'll do that once more, one of each. So pull it forward towards that same elbow. And then towards the opposite. Good. And then this time, if you pull your knee in, so rounding your back, just drawing the knee in, and then step that left foot up towards the top of your mat. So again, one hand on either side, maybe slide back a little bit with your right leg if you want to. So we'll keep that right hand on the ground and we'll take the left hand just up onto that left knee and then start to pull yourself round a little bit. So a little bit of rotation. So one of the key aspects of twisting is specifically when we're twisting through our spine is to try and keep your hips still, because the spine rotates in certain ways depending on what area of your hip that you're on or area of your spine. So you want to try and keep your hips still because there's not much rotation here, and try and get the rotation from your belly button, which rotates a little bit more. Okay, from there we'll take the hands back down towards the ground. Tuck your toes under on the back leg, so lift the knee, and then we'll step back, downward facing dog once more. Again, just coming back and maybe pedaling your feet a little bit if you want to. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale here, and then when you're ready, we'll lift the heels. This time we'll walk up towards the top, so just take your time walking your feet towards your hands. Unplug your hands and have your feet hip distance and the knees soft, and just let the body just fold forward. Just sway gently side to side. Maybe grab your elbows if you want to, whatever feels right in this position. And then just releasing the hands if you've got hold of them. As you inhale, you're lengthening forwards. And then on the exhale, just folding back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, draw the palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach back up with your arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, we'll step back with your right leg. So you could lower your back knee to the ground here if you feel that's better for you. And we're going to come in again for a little twist. So we'll take the right hand to the ground or a block. You could take that left hand to the knee, or you maybe reach up, just whatever feels right there. Just draw the belly up and in a little bit. And allow the shoulder to kind of drop down your back, so you're trying to release a little bit of the tension you might feel in the shoulder. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. Release the hand down towards the ground, and we'll step back to plank. So I'm going to lower down, so you could bend your knees here, and then bend the elbows. On the inhale, coming up, so a little cobra. As you exhale, press back and make your way back to downward facing dog again. So just coming into this down dog, just in your own way. Maybe give your head a little shake. Maybe still pedal your feet out. That feels okay. Okay, on your inhale here, we'll lift the heels, look to your hands, and either step or walk towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, we'll step back with the left leg. So just making your way back. So when you get there, again, maybe lower the back knee if you'd like. You can keep it lifted, whatever feels right. Keep your left hand on the ground, so right hand either onto that right knee or reach up with the right arm. So again, we'll take the chest a little bit round. Good, pull the belly in. Excellent. Okay, one more deep inhale. Release the hands back down towards the mat. Again, we'll step to plank, so you could lower your knees or just bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. As you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So take your time coming into it. Okay, take one more deep inhale. As you're ready, lift your heels, look to your hands. Either step or walk towards the top. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your right leg. Again, you could lower your knee down, okay, if you want to. If that suits you, then do that. We're going to come up to a high lunge here. Again, you could do it with the knee on the ground, but we're going to reach the arms up. And relax the shoulders down your back. Now from here, you might want to come in for a little twist. So we're going to take the right hand just onto the left knee first of all, and then reaching back with your left hand. So you just take it behind you. If that feels okay, you could also lift that right arm up and reach it forward, but only if it feels right. Draw the inner thighs in, relax the shoulders. Well done, one more deep inhale. And then when you're ready, we'll reach both arms back up. On the exhale, we'll take the hands down towards the ground. Step back. Again, you might want to lift your back knee now, but step back to plank. Lower down. Again, bend the knees first if you like. Inhale to cobra, upward facing dog. And on the exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Maybe take that big breath in through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. Maybe give the head a little shake. Try and push up and out of your shoulders, so still creating a little bit of space around your neck. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll lift the heels, look to your hands and step or walk towards the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, one more last little bit here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your left leg. So again, lowering the knee down towards the ground if you'd like. And then on the inhale, we'll reach the arms up. So relax the shoulders, pull the inner thighs towards one another. So either stay here, or maybe take your left hand onto that right knee and reach back with your right hand. And then if you want to, reach forward. So we're coming in for that little twist again. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll reach the arms back up again, so just reach them up. And then release them down towards the ground. Okay, again, if you've got your back knee lowered, you might want to lift it. We'll step to plank, lowering down in your own way. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale, and then as you're ready, we'll lift the heels, look to your hands, and make your way up to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Just closing your eyes down now for a moment, just noticing how you feel, hopefully a little bit more energized. Okay, so we'll release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we'll come in for our balance. We're going to do a little twisting balance today. You could use a strap here if you want to. And there are a couple of options, so you just do that. And again, use a wall if that feels better for you. So when you're ready, we're going to come and stand just on your right leg. And we're going to lift your left knee up. So you could use the strap just around that knee, just to hold it up there if you feel that that's useful. Otherwise, you can just bring your hands just onto that knee. So just get your balance in this position first of all. So maybe spread your toes, lift the belly, and again, use a wall if you need to. So a few options here. So you could keep your right hand on that knee, And then maybe stretch back with your left hand and look behind you. You don't even have to look behind you, but you might want to. If you're using your strap, just take both of the straps into the right hand and reach the left arm back. So if you want a little bit more here, you could then, or you could take your hands behind the underneath of the leg and then stretch the leg out in front of you. Or you could take hold of your foot and extend it in front and then look behind you. But again, wherever it feels right, it's not necessary to get the leg straight. Good, very nice. I think concentrate kind of more on the twisting aspect of it rather than how far you're getting or how straight your leg is. And then we'll slowly start to release that. So just releasing what you have. Bring your feet together. Reach the arms up on the inhale. And on the exhale, hands meet the heart. And just absorb the sensations that you've created with that twist. Okay, so we'll release the hands. We'll come in and do the other side. Again, use your strap if you'd like. So standing now on your left leg, we'll spread the toes and bend the knee a little. And then just start to lift that right knee up. So just take a moment just to get into the feeling of being balanced standing on that one leg. So use your toes on the left leg to root yourself down. And then maybe come in for the twist. So maybe taking that right hand behind you, keeping your left hand just on your knee. Maybe taking it underneath the leg and starting to extend forwards. Or maybe grabbing hold. You can grab hold of your foot, you could grab your toe, whatever feels right. And you can even use your strap with that extended version if you wanted to as well. But just wherever it feels right. And again, think more of the rotation through your belly button rather than trying to get the leg higher or straighter. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale and then slowly release everything back down. So again, maybe inhale, reach up, and on the exhale, palms meet the heart. So just being thankful for what our bodies can do. So the quote this week was that if you are looking for the spectacular, you will miss out on the magic of the ordinary. We have to appreciate what we have now and how that feels in our body. Okay, we'll release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we'll move into some standing postures now. Again, there will be a few twists. We'll do kind of the normal variation of the posture and then the twist. So if you don't want to do the twist or you find it too challenging, then you can stay in the normal variation of it rather than twisted. It would be useful if you had a block, quite handy to use, and I will kind of explain it using a block, but if you don't have one, don't worry, we'll manage. So we'll come up towards the top, we'll do a little sun salutation to move into it. Again, if you don't want to do that, you can step back to warrior one with your left leg and just meet us there. So spreading your toes, lengthening through the legs, lift the belly and lift the chest. As you inhale, reach with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, you can step back to plank and lower or skip that completely. Inhale, upward facing. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So I'm going to step through with your right leg. So coming up to warrior one, just in your own way. So turn on the heel. Start to move up and reach the arms up. So again, relax the shoulders a little bit. Make sure you feel nice and balanced to your feet. Lift the belly a little bit just to support us. Again, get some sense of softness in the posture as well. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Now we're going to move between this and warrior two, just so that you see that this is actually a twist. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll start to move to warrior two. So we're just going to spiral around. If you need to move your feet when you get there, do that. And then we're going to move back round. So again, inhale, reach the arms up, lift up. That little rotation in your body as you do that. And then on the exhale, move back to warrior two. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, reach up with the arms, rotate round. And on the exhale, move back to warrior two. So we'll stay in this warrior two position now. So relax your shoulders, lengthen through your fingers. Maybe look along your front hand. And work the feet down. So the feet should feel like you've got equal pressure in both of your feet. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. From here, we're going to move to side angle. So we'll slide forwards a little bit, taking your forearm down towards the leg, reaching up with your top hand, your left hand. If you want to, you could use a block here, and you could take your right hand down to the block or the floor and then reach over. But just, again, think about that little rotation. We're twisting and trying to get the spine rotating a little bit so the chest faces up towards the ceiling a little. Well done. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. We'll start to move back up again. So come back up. So as if you were coming into warrior two. Now we're going to do a twisted version of side angle. Again, if it doesn't suit you, then you can stay here or just move back into side angle. So we're going to bring the hands towards your chest. You rotate the body so it faces up towards your top leg. And then we move forward. So we lengthen the chest forwards. And then take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Right elbow pulls back and rotate round. So again, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. It's a little bit more difficult than when we do this as a lunge. So sometimes we do this as a lunge, but in this side angle with the heel still on the ground, it's a little bit harder. And rest if you need to. Okay, so we'll come back up. So as you inhale, slowly pull your belly in, move back up again. So just come back to kind of warrior two. So from here, we're going to come into Trikonasana, so triangle. So we're going to lengthen the front leg, straighten it a little bit, and then move forward. So lengthen forwards, release the hand down to where it will go, reach up with your top arm. And again, remember we don't go into things like 100%, so just ease off a little bit on it. Good, very nice. Maybe look up towards that top hand if that feels okay. And use a block. If you've got one handy, then grab a block and use it. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale and then slowly start to move back up again. Good, okay, you can release your hands down. Now we're going to come in for Parsvatanasana now. So again, if you want to, you could hop your back foot in. Otherwise, turn the toes and rotate around so your body now faces towards the top leg. Your shoulders and hips are forward towards the top leg. And again, blocks would be really handy here if you want to use them, although you don't have to come all the way down. So we'll lift the belly, lift the chest. We'll start to move forward. So it's a forward folding posture. So we're going to lengthen through sideways. Maybe hands towards your thigh would be fine. You could just work on lengthening that spine. Take the hands down towards blocks on the floor, but just wherever it feels right to you. And lengthen. Do pull the belly up and in here, so really work the core quite a lot. And watch that your right hip is not dropping out to the side, so really hug it in. Good. Okay, take one more deep inhale, and then slowly start to come back up. Slowly up. Now you can come back in for that same posture. You could come back in for triangle. Okay, so just moving forwards. Or if you want to, you could try twisted triangle with me. So we're going to keep the legs the same. If you've got a block, then take it into your left hand. Okay. And then with the shoulders and hips round towards the front, again, you could just come in for triangle if you want, but reach your left hand forwards and then lengthen forwards. And then the left block hand block, whatever, goes down to the ground. You could take your hand to your leg if you've not got a block. And then from there, if you take your right hand, grab hold of your rib cage a little bit and draw your chest round. And then start to maybe reach up through your right arm. If that doesn't feel right, you can always drop the right hand behind your back as well. And if none of it feels right, then come out of it and go into Trikonasana. So come back into triangle. Good. Well done. Okay, just one more breath. I'll not stay here long. So to come out of it, slowly rotate back round. Maybe bend your front leg and move back up. Good. So just keeping the legs like this, it'll help us to get down. We'll just take both hands to the ground and turn on the toes of the back leg. So just moving into this lunge position first. From there, step back to plank and lower your knees down and then press yourself back to a well-earned child's pose. So you can relax there, just maybe bend your elbows a little bit. Just breathe into your back body and just let the effects of the twist just move through your body. So although the twists are kind of energizing and revitalizing, they can really help as well with, you know, if you've got any kind of anxiety or stress, then twists are really good for kind of working that out as well. Okay, so just make your way back up, just onto your knees here. If you can sit in Virasana with your bottom on your heels, then sit like that. Otherwise, you could move your way into Sukhasana, if that's better. We're just going to do a very little breathing practice before we do the other side. Now, this breathing practice, again, is a really kind of energizing practice. It's called Kapalabhati, but it's also called skull shining breath. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna try it anyway. Sometimes it just kind of energizes you, kind of resets your mind a little. So you can have your hands just on your legs, relax your shoulders down your back. You can close your eyes or you maybe just lower your gaze a little bit. If you've got a cold, I apologise. you might need a hanky after this. But anyway, what we do, I'll explain it first and then you can try it. So we take, it's a lot of our breathing, the exhale is kind of, we have to do it, whereas this is a little bit more passive. So the inhale is passive once we've taken the first one, and then the exhale kind of works, and the inhale just is a reflux, if you like. So we're going to inhale, first of all, and it's normal, so it's not a long breath, but you just inhale normally. And then on the exhale, it's short, sharp breaths through your nose. So you inhale, and then it's just. So, and you keep going. If you can do 30, then brilliant, you get a gold star. But maybe aim for maybe 10, because if you're not sure, you might feel that you kind of run out of breath. You shouldn't, because it just kind of self-propels itself after a while. So have a little go anyway. So when you're ready, just inhale normally. And then just exhale. So it's. And then just take a normal inhale after that. So we'll try that one more time. Again, if you ran out of breath, don't worry about it. We'll do one more. So inhale, just normally. And then exhale. And then just take a normal inhale at the end. And then you can just open your eyes. So if you're feeling tired or lacking in energy, then skull shining breath might be the one for you. So we'll move in, we'll just do the other side. So when you're ready, we'll come on to all fours first of all, just take your time. Knees underneath your hips. We'll tuck the toes and just press yourself back to downward facing dog, so just take your time. And then when you're ready, we'll just move in with the left leg. So we'll step your left foot through, turn on that right heel and start to move up to warrior one. So just taking your time moving up. So shoulders and hips forward. So rotate a little bit round. A little tilt in your pelvis still, so you're not kind of arching your back. Low belly pull down. And relax the shoulders. So, try and release any tension you might feel in your shoulders. So again, we're going to move between this and warrior two. So when you're ready, as you inhale, we'll start to move round just into that warrior two position. Again, adjust your feet if you feel that you need to. Take another inhale and start to move back round. So lift the arms back up, rotate through your hips. So on the exhale this time, we'll move round to warrior two. And on the inhale, move back to warrior one. Good, okay. Do that again. So again, exhale, move round. Inhale to warrior one. And this time on the exhale, we'll just stay in warrior two. So make your way round, open up through your chest, sink a little bit through your legs, stretch your fingers. Well done. So again, we'll move forwards to side angle. So just slide yourself forward. Maybe taking that left hand towards the leg, reaching straight up with your right arm. Again, if you want to block, grab it, or you can take your hands to the floor, then do that and reach that arm over. But thinking about the rotations rather than dropping down too much, rotate the chest, open up to the side. Well done. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. Start to move back up wherever you are. So slowly come back up again. Come back to warrior two. So for the next one, you can either move back to side angle or we'll do that little twisted version of it. So the hands come towards your chest. The chest turns towards your front leg. And then you lengthen forward. So we stretch forwards. And then your right elbow is going to go to the outside of your left knee. Use that to kind of hook yourself round and draw your left shoulder back. Good. So opening up the chest, but in the opposite way. Again, if it feels too much, you can always come back up. Excellent. Okay, one more deep inhale. And then start to move back up. So come to the center. And then come back up again. And you could come back to warrior two if you want to. So we're going to straighten your front leg now. So work the front leg a little bit straight. We're going to come in for trikonasana, so just our triangle. So again, lengthening forwards, releasing the hand down, so towards your shin, to a block, to the floor, reach straight up with that right arm. So lengthen the waist, pull the belly in. Still a little bit of a rotation, so the hips are kind of fixed. Well done. Take one more deep inhale. We'll start to move back up again. So pull your belly in, start to rise back up. And then release your arms down. So this time we're coming in for Parasuttanasana. So again, you may want to hop your back foot in. Definitely turn the toes a little bit more so you get that rotation of the shoulders and hips towards your front leg. And then pull the belly in, lift your chest and lengthen forwards. So you might just come forwards a little bit and just take your hands down towards that front leg. Grabbing two blocks in front of you would be useful. Or take your hands to the ground, whatever suits you. And again, pull the belly in and watch that left hip. Try and pull it towards the center. Well done. Take one more deep inhale. So we'll start to move back up again. So take your time to draw yourself back up. So your options now are go back into triangle, so just that normal version. Or if you want to, and you've got a block, grab it. So the block will be in your right hand, otherwise your right hand is a reaching hand. So rotate your body round again, so as if you were coming back to Parasuttanasana. Stretch forward through that right hand. Take the right hand down towards the ground or onto your left leg And then use your left hand to pull yourself round and reach the left arm up. So when we do this twisted version, you need to make sure that you're not compromising the length. So the length that you create in Trikonasana should still be there, the length in the body when you're doing the twisted version. Good. Again, we'll not stay long. So when you're ready, on an inhale, start to release to the center. Make your way back up, so slowly come back up and rebend your front leg. Okay, from here, both hands down towards your mat, turn on the toes of your back leg. And then we'll step back to plank. We'll lower the knees again and we'll press back to child's pose. So just take your time to have that little rest. So the body needs to have that rest after you've done something like that. So you need to kind of just take it all in. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up again. So maybe walk your hands back towards your knees. So after all that twisting, we're going to do a little back bend. We're going to do Ustrasana. We're going to do a variation on it, which is a half kind of Ustrasana. And again, if you don't fancy that, you could always do your own variation. But if you come up to high knees, again, have your knees about hip distance apart. So the tailbone tucks under, the belly is in. So today, if you want to, you don't have to, we're going to reach the arms up. So we're going to lengthen the arms up. Again, if that doesn't suit you, then just bring them back down to your hips. So the toes on the back legs on your feet can be tucked or untucked, doesn't matter. And then you're going to take your right hand, and your right hand's either just going to go into your hip, and you might just lean back a little bit. That would be enough. Maybe down towards the thigh, again, the same thing. Maybe you could grab a block or your heel or whatever and go back a little bit, but just whatever feels right to you. So it's just this half Ustrasana variation. And then just breathe into what you find here. Again, don't force it. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale, and then we'll slowly start to come back up. So when you come back up, you could reach both arms up. So we're just going to come straight in for the other side. So again, from here, taking that left hand, so maybe just towards your hip or your low back, down the thigh, or towards that foot or a block. Again, if it doesn't feel right, then stay more upright, or maybe even lower the hands down, whatever feels best. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. From there, reach both arms up just for a breath. And then bring the palms together in front of your heart. Release your toes if you've got them tucked. And sit back, so to any seat. So you can come into Virasana, you could sit on your bottom. If it's not good for your knees, then do that. And just notice how that feels. Okay, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we're going to come in for a little variation on pigeon, kind of a mermaid kind of stretch as well. But we're going to have your right leg kind of an L-shaped angle here. So your knee is in line with your ankle. And then if you bend your left leg behind you, so the knee just comes towards the heel. Now from there, try and sit as much as you can into the centre, which is a little bit difficult, but try and centre it as much as you can. Your left bottom might lift a bit off the ground. Now we're going to go towards your right knee, and you could, if you can, take your hands down towards the ground and then start to walk yourself forward. And if you can, you could come all the way down. If that doesn't feel right, then stay more upright and just maybe bend your elbows. If you can relax down, just relax into it. Again, staying upright is fine. You can just stay here and just hold that position. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to make our way back up. So walk yourself back up. So just up onto your sit bones again. And then if you straighten your right leg, so in front of you. And then if you take your left leg and swing it all the way around so it comes to the outside of that right leg. Now we're going to come in for a half Matsyendrasana, so a twisting posture here. So your right hand is going to be on that left knee, maybe the arm, and your left fingertips behind you. If you want to, you could also bend the right leg in. You could bend the heel in towards your bottom and then come in for that twist there. So whatever variation suits you, that's the one you're going to take. Well done. Slowly come back to the middle, so just into the centre. Release your legs, maybe give them a little shake. And we'll come in and we'll do the other side. So again, when you're ready, we'll bring that left leg in front. So knee in line with your ankle. Bring your right knee towards that left heel. And it might feel easier on one side than the other. So stay upright. Maybe walk your hands forward and bend your elbows. Or just release yourself all the way down. And you should feel the stretch in that left hip. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. So slowly make your way back up again. And then if you straighten out your left leg, and then swing your right foot all the way to the outside of that left thigh. Again, staying here, you could take your left hand or arm and right hand behind you into that twist, or maybe bend through that left leg as well and come in for that twist. So whatever suits you. Well done. Slowly release back to the middle. So again, releasing your legs, maybe give them a little side to side movement. And then we're just going to make our way down now into Shavasana. So you might want to put your socks and jumpers on here and then just make your way into a lying position. So just taking your time just to come into a comfortable position. Just try and relax as much as you can. So I was wondering what meditation to do today, because of the quote. So if you're looking for the spectacular, you'll miss the magic of the ordinary. And this one came to mind, so it's a favourite of mine. It's called The Parable of Grace. A poor man visited a wealthy friend, and the two enjoyed conversation, food, and drink into the evening. After the poor man fell asleep, his friend was called away. Before he left, he sewed a priceless jewel into the lining of the poor man's coat. When the poor man awoke, he knew nothing of the gem. Years passed, difficult years for the poor man, who travelled far and wide searching for food and clothing to keep himself alive, unaware that in the lining of his robe he carried a priceless jewel. After many years, he once again met his friend, who was astonished that he still lived in poverty. The friend showed him the jewel sewn in his robe. And the poor man was filled with gratitude and joy, knowing that he would never go hungry again. We are like that poor man. Think of a time that you received a gift that you didn't recognize in that moment. Maybe it was a piece of advice. Maybe it was meeting a new friend. Maybe it was a decision to take one path instead of another that brought you to where you are today. Our entire lives are filled with those inconspicuous moments of grace, times when we are presented with choices or opportunities to recognize a gift in our lives. What are the moments of grace in your life? The events that change the course of your life? These aren't just the usual milestones in life, such as leaving home or finding a partner, having children or going to school. These are also the subtle moments that resulted in your journey being what it has been. Moments without which our lives might have been remarkably different, for better or for worse. What are your moments of grace? What are the jewels in your pocket that you initially knew were there? What gifts have you received along the way that have brought you to this time and place in your life? Take a moment to silently think about your moments of grace. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose, and then we'll just sigh it out your mouth. So we'll do that again, so just deeply inhaling through your nose, and then just let it go. And then we'll just start to move your fingers and your toes, maybe your hands and feet. You could stretch your arms overhead here if you'd like. And then bringing your arms back over, maybe bending your knees. So your feet can be on the floor here, or draw your knees to your chest, whatever feels right. And just move a little bit side to side. When you're ready, we'll start to make our way up to sitting. So just taking your time, there's no rush. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. And just coming to a comfortable seat. So we'll just bring the palms together just in front of your heart. So leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the twisting practice. Namaste. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Any questions, you can just ask me now. Now, just remind everyone that there's a yin class